If you've been scrolling through endless spec sheets, watching video after video trying to figure out whether a thin and light laptop can actually hold its own when you fire up a game, you're not alone. The feeling of being stuck between a portable notebook that looks great on the coffee shop table and a bulky gaming rig that will sit in a corner for a few hours a day is frustrating. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this review I'll walk through the real-world experience of the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i, point out where it actually shines for gaming-related tasks, and flag the moments where you might end up wishing you'd gone with a more dedicated machine. First off, let's talk about what the IdeaPad Slim 3i promises on paper. A 15.3-inch WUXGA IPS touchscreen, 16GB of RAM, a massive 1TB SSD, and the new Intel Core Ultra 5322. All of that sounds like a solid foundation for anyone who needs to juggle work, media, and a little bit of play. The integrated Intel graphics, however, are where the conversation gets interesting. They are built to handle everyday graphics chores, browsing, video playback, light photo editing, so you'll see smooth frame rates in titles that are older or not graphically intensive. Think indie games like Stardew Valley or strategy titles like Civilization VI on modest settings. That's the sweet spot this laptop was designed for. If you're a casual gamer who usually plays after work for an hour or two and you're not chasing 144Hz ultra-high settings, the IdeaPad's performance can feel surprisingly competent. I ran a few benchmark sessions with Fortnite on medium graphics, and the frame rate hovered around the low 30s, which is playable but not buttery. The CPU kept up fine thanks to the 8-core architecture, but the integrated GPU hit a thermal ceiling after about 20 minutes of continuous play. The laptop's thin chassis doesn't give the graphics chip a lot of breathing room, so you'll notice a slight dip in performance when the fan ramps up. Heat and fan noise are the next practical concerns. The Slim 3i stays relatively cool during web surfing or office work under 70 F on the palm rest, but once the GPU is taxed, the fan kicks in with a noticeable whine. It's not a scream that will drown out conversation, but in a quiet room you'll hear it. The heat is directed toward the rear and bottom, and you'll feel the chassis warm after a gaming session that lasts more than half an hour. For most users this is acceptable. After all, the design prioritizes portability over a massive cooling solution. Keyboard feel is often an overlooked factor when you think about gaming laptops, but it matters when you're spamming keys in a fast-paced shooter. The IdeaPad uses a low-profile island-style keyboard with decent travel, about 1.3 mm, so typing feels crisp, but the keys don't give that tactile click some gamers love. The lack of a dedicated numeric keypad is a minor inconvenience for some, but the overall layout is functional. The backlighting is a single-zone white glow, which is useful in dim environments, but won't let you create dramatic color effects. Battery life is a mixed bag for any device that can game. Lenovo advertises up to 78 hours of typical use, and that holds true when you're watching videos or working on documents. Once you start a game, the draw on the battery spikes, and you'll see the charge drop to 50% after roughly an hour of play. The 15-inch screen with 400 nits brightness is a boon for outdoor visibility, great for streaming a video on a train or editing photos in a sunny cafe, but that same brightness also saps power quickly. If you expect to game unplugged for long stretches, you'll likely need to bring the charger along. Portability is where the Slim 3i really earns its slim badge. At just under 1.5 kilograms and a thickness of about 1.6 centimeters, it slides into most backpacks without feeling like a brick. The touchscreen adds a layer of flexibility. You can use it as a tablet for sketching or navigating through menus while gaming, which is a nice touch for creative folks who also like to unwind with a game. The dual speakers, tuned for balanced sound, deliver clear audio, but they lack the depth you'd expect from a dedicated gaming headset. Pairing a headset is still the best route for immersive sound. Now, who should actually consider buying this machine? If you're a student or professional who needs a reliable daily driver, appreciates the convenience of a large SSD, and wants the occasional gaming session without splurging on a full-blown gaming laptop, the IdeaPad Slim 3i fits nicely. It's also a good pick for travelers who can't afford to lug around a heavy workstation, but still want to edit videos or run design software on the go. The 16 GB of RAM ensures multitasking runs smoothly, and the 1 TB SSD eliminates the need to manage storage constantly. On the flip side, if you're a hardcore gamer who expects to play the latest AAA titles at high settings, or if you plan to run GPU-intensive software like